Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hey, welcome back to the Multifamily Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Dallas Pruitt. I'm also the founder of Live Life Mission and the resident mental performance coach and consultant to the Multifamily Mindset. And today, I wanted to hit you with something I wish someone would have told me when I first started in my own business. Albeit it wasn't multifamily real estate, but it was business nonetheless, something that I had never done or built before. And that is this, that the biggest deal breaker in business, so for you, multifamily real estate, is not the market. It's not interest rates. It's not strategy, right? It's definitely not raising capital. It is your own mind. Yep, it's the truth. And it's what I've seen play out time and time again in all different industries that I've been a part of. It's our limiting beliefs that crush our momentum faster than any bad deal ever could. Let me hit you with this real quick. Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda Motors, he didn't start out very successful. Like most successful people, he faced rejection over and over again. People told him he wasn't good enough. He wasn't smart enough. But guess what? He didn't believe them. He chose to believe something better and bigger about himself. And because of that, he was able to build an empire, a legacy, a real legacy. So today I want to talk about the beliefs that are holding you back from building your legacy and what to do about them. So, look, limiting beliefs are those sneaky thoughts. I've talked about them on the podcast time and time again. They're those sneaky thoughts that whisper things like, I'm not experienced enough. Who am I to raise money? People like me don't succeed in real estate. Do these things sound familiar? I have worked with so many new investors over the years, not just here, but newbies in all different spaces. And I'll tell you this, there's a common thread. This is the real stuff that's holding people back. It's not the lack of opportunity. It's not bad luck, right? It's the garbage thinking. And I'm not excusing bad things that happen to good people, but it is the garbage thinking that gets in the way of most. And here's the thing. Limiting beliefs only have the power that you give them. Now, maybe you're thinking, okay, sure, Dallas, I'll just think more positively. Look, thinking positive is great, but that's not what I'm talking about. And it's not going to move the needle if you don't take action. You didn't think your way into fear. You acted yourself into it. How? By avoiding the hard things. And that's okay. It happens to the best of us. And guess what? You've got to act your way out. There's reason to celebrate. You can act your way out. So for example, let me break this down. If you think I can't talk to brokers, right? Go talk to one broker today. Just one. It is that simple. Not that easy, but that simple. If you think I can't raise money, schedule one conversation with a potential investor this week. Even if you fumble through the whole thing, especially, honestly, if you fumble through the whole thing, do it. Again, action is what creates evidence, and that evidence builds belief. Look, you won't feel ready ever. I'm X amount of years into this thing of growing my own personal business. I'm currently in the process of writing my first book, and I still don't feel ready. So what do? Well, you do it scared. You do it unsure, right? Fear isn't a sign to stop. And the reality is that everybody feels fear. It's a sign that you're doing something meaningful. I want to get real with you guys on today's episode. When I got involved in my very first deal in real estate, I was absolutely terrified. When I got into my very first deal in my own personal business of doing what I do as a master coach, teacher, educator, helping people develop their minds and accelerate learning and building systems for long-term sustainable progress, I was absolutely terrified. I was worried about what other people were going to think on the receiving end. I was worried about what other people were thinking watching me do what I was doing, all while teaching at the same time. I was worried I was going to let people down. I was going to mess things up. I still get that way at times. But I did it then, and I continue to do it anyway because it feels right. It feels like it's what I'm being called to do. It's what's in my heart. And you want to know something? Courage never came for me before the action. It came because of the action. I want to say that again. Courage never came before the action. Courage came because of the action. And the reality is nobody gets braver by waiting to feel brave. You act first, and then confidence follows. All right, so here's your 3-step action challenge for today to kick these limiting beliefs in the teeth. Okay? 1, identify one limiting belief that's currently holding you back. Get honest and name it. 2, take one action today that contradicts that belief. I'm talking literally today, not next week, not tomorrow, today. And then 3, journal what happens. How did it feel? What did you learn? What evidence did you just create? You don't need to overhaul your whole life today either. Just one action at a time. But stack those things up daily. That's how you transform who you are and what you're building. All right, my friends, I want to hear from you. What's one limiting belief that you're confronting today? You can send it to me via direct message on my own personal Instagram or Facebook, wherever you are on social media. Mostly for me, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And let's talk about it. I promise I'll respond. Anybody who has ever messaged back and forth, you know that you're talking to a real person. It's not just some bot. And if this episode hit home for you, share it with somebody who you know is going to benefit from it, right? Who's stuck in their own heads right now. And remember this. Investors don't rise to their goals. If they did, anybody who ever set a goal, they'd all be uber successful. And there's not that many, right? Meaning the percentage of people who are extremely successful in real estate is small in comparison to the majority who start. Investors don't rise to their goals. They fall to their level of belief. So level up your belief and watch what happens to your business. Watch what happens with your goals. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks as always, and I'll catch you guys next time here on the Multifamily Mindset podcast. Continue to get after it and continue to rate and review the show. Thanks for being here.
Multifamily Mindset
podcast.